guys, it's Jenna. I'm pre-recording this video because I'll actually be traveling tomorrow and I wanted to put something up on my site for you guys. So thank you so much for being here. Today my question is from DSH3241 and it is since you grew up in a cult and didn't spend much time with your parents, do you find it difficult parenting your own children at times since you never had the example of a mom and dad parenting in day-to-day life? I hope this makes sense. That's a really good question. There's a couple ways of answering this. So I do find it difficult, but there's actually some things that I don't find difficult because when you come from like a past with complex trauma, basically you learn to get really good at anticipating other people's needs because they could, basically you have to do that in order to survive. And so as a mom, I'm very good at anticipating my kids' needs. Now the difference between, me having to do that in the past and with my kids is in the past when I would try to anticipate people's needs, they could change their needs at any second. It could be different on any, different day because, when you're a kid, you're trying to anticipate their needs because you're blaming whatever's going wrong in that relationship on yourself when really it's the other person not acting in a way that they should towards you. But in the example of my kids, it's not like a toxic relationship. So, they responded well to my anticipation of their needs. And so, so I guess in that way, it's a little bit of a superpower. But I think that what happened that made it difficult is that, sorry, I have just like a little bit of a cough. What made it difficult is that I'm very much used to anticipating the needs of others at the expense of my own needs. And that's not something that's sustainable. And that's something that I did for many, many years as a parent. In fact, when I had my kids and I first started staying home with them, I was genuinely convinced that the only thing about me that was good was my kids. And it wasn't even that I thought that I was horrible, but I was like, I didn't know I was getting influence from so many different people in toxic relationships with people who were in Scientology. And so it was just something that I held on to, that I was like, okay, if I can be the mom of these two kids who are wonderful and amazing, then I'm a good person. And that's something that carried me through that time, but that's also a horrible way to think of yourself. And it made me put myself last consistently. It made me just ignore my own needs. It made me not get sleep, which I guess is pretty normal for a parent, but it made me stress my body physically, not eat. I guess all these things are normal as a parent, but I didn't see it as something that I needed to at least improve upon or get back to good on, because I was kind of used to staying up all night or being hungry all the time in Scientology and never complaining about it. So that aspect of it is, because that's not sustainable, it would just sometimes make it very hard for me. So that's something that I've actually had to progress a lot from, is to basically realizing that if my kids are important just because they're on this earth and because I love them, then so am I. And that in order to take care of them, I need to take care of myself. And in order to not get overwhelmed or short or any of those things, I need to take care of myself. I need to be happy. I need to be in a good frame of mind. And so that's just something that, I have been working on and have gotten a lot better at. And the nice thing about doing that in a relationship with my children is that it's not a toxic relationship where if I mess up, I you know, previously I would beat myself up, say I would think it was the end of the world, that I was repeating the cycle. And one of the things that's been really healing for me is that if I apologize to my kids, it's like the sweetest thing. Like they are like, it's okay, mama, I love you. And so it's just that toxicity of me having to like punish myself or repent or make amends or whatever, that was always the case in Scientology. That's not something that my kids are going to be like enforcing on me. So that aspect of it is really healing. Sorry, there's some fireworks in the background. Yeah, so that's been very nice. As far as like, you know, having examples of parental things, you know, what to do in certain situations, I have been incredibly lucky that I have always had a group of moms around me and who I'm friends with, you know, and it's changed over the years. But I do make friends easily, and my kids make friends easily, so I wind up making friends with their friends' moms. And just people are so sweet, and it's so nice to talk to other moms about, you know, maybe what they're going through, how they resolved other things. So I actually feel like I have like I feel rich in that area. Even just like seeing messages from or comments from other moms online, it's like there is a beautiful camaraderie that women have with other moms. And yeah, and even when you're going through the hard times, just even commiserating a little bit with fellow moms has just been really helpful. And another thing I've had to learn from that is because early on, you know, maybe you know, another mom would have a certain opinion about how I should do something or about how they should do something, is that every kid is different, every mom is different. And so a lot of times, what's right is what you instinctively know is right. And I've had to practice doing that. I've had to do it wrong. And then I've had to learn that, you know, maybe I'm the person who has the most information about any given situation with my kid. Even if I didn't communicate it to the other mom, they have no way maybe of knowing it. And so almost like what I feel is right is usually the best thing. And if not, then I can apologize for it and do better. And so yeah, I guess because I've had a lot of conversations with ex-Scientologists who are absolutely terrified of repeating the cycle of how they grew up, and they're so anxious about being good parents. And what I've learned for myself, and by the way, that's so sweet that they care about that. Like, I don't know, like even the fact that, this is what I tell them, even the fact that you care and you're worrying about it shows that you're putting in more effort than your parents did. And yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it right now. All right, well, thank you so much for the wonderful question. I hope you guys all have had a wonderful 4th of July, and I will be out of town for the next couple of weeks, but I still hope to post videos. So they might be a little bit, they'll be in a different space, but I'm still excited to do them. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.